Leonie Dawson refuses to be categorized, and this is a special election day chitty chat. So, my loves, it is election day in the US. Although I'm not an American, um, I think all of the world is really watching to see what happens there. And, so many of my friends and clients are in the US, and my heart is feeling for you all because it's been such a huge and stressful 4 years, a huge and stressful year with the pandemic as well. And it seems like a really challenging time. So, with that said, I don't want to talk about how stressful it is. What I do want to tell you is this: no matter what happens, I'm here and I love you and I support you, and I'm going to continue turning up and helping you in any way that I can. And no matter who gets voted in America, I want you to know that we're going to continue doing the same thing as we've always done, and that is tending to ourselves beautifully, stepping up and shining our light bright, creating what is inside us and needs to be out in the world, and continuing to make this world a better place. No matter what, no matter whether Biden gets in or Trump, we are going to continue to step up and make this place better for us all to be in. So, I want you to know that there's that beautiful consistency there. I love you and I support you, and we can absolutely do hard things, as Glennon Doyle would say. And I just want you to think of any way that you can tend to yourself beautifully during this time. How can you create positive change in your life and in your little family and in your little community? How can you just keep your actions really small? If you've voted, yay, like that's the priority. But wherever you are, how can you keep your actions really small in terms of what's in my sphere of influence right now? Because so often we feel helpless and not sure how we can change outside circumstances, when what we really want instead is to find where our sphere of influence is over ourselves and tending to ourselves beautifully, our families, our friends, and just showing those everyday pieces of love and kindness and creativity. I just read a book about family psychology, and it ended and it said some really beautiful things right at the end, and it was kind of worth it. So one sentence, it said, even though having a family can be very, very challenging and lots of difficulties arise, please know that every problem has a solution. And I thought, wow, okay, yeah, yes, every problem has a solution. And then he finished and said that no matter what problems we face, love and kindness and understanding are the way that we get through it all. And I thought, yes, this isn't just about our little families. This is about our big families as well. The families across the world and in our communities. This is about all of life, is that it's hard and we face things that we didn't think we'd ever have to face, and it feels intense and challenging. But problems do have solutions, and we are smart and we are wise and we can find them. And that love and kindness and understanding for each other goes a long, long way to helping us. So that's what I wanted to share with you. Again and again and again, I want you to know you are not alone, and no matter what happens, we'll continue to turn up and do the thing anyway. And you know what? The fight for environmental justice, for the dismantling of white supremacy and the patriarchy, that all continues. All of it continues, and we will continue doing that, no matter who's elected. And we will continue to step up and tend to this planet for ourselves and for each other. You know, I remember years ago an American friend told me that often there's a lot more activism when there is a conservative government in place, because people feel like they need to start seeing the change that they want to see in the world. And then when they have a political party that aligns with their views, they don't necessarily feel like they have to as much. But what I really wanted to encourage all of us is that no matter who gets voted in, we're going to continue to step up and shine our light bright and do our work in the world and create beautiful amounts of abundance for ourselves and our families and our communities, and do great things with that in terms of philanthropy. And we step up and continue to have our voice heard, as we need to in a democracy, and really push for the changes that we wish to see, because we are infinitely creative and we are infinitely powerful. My loves, I am with you. I am here. I'm drinking a cup of tea with you. And in times like this, I think of my elders who all lived into their 90s and even into 102. Nan lived to. And there were 3 women who had been through so much difficulty, and they'd been through world wars and all kinds of political parties and so much personal heartbreak, and yet they continued to turn up and love this world and be grateful and continue to be shining beacons of love and light for their families and their communities. And that's what we're going to do. We're going to harness the power of those ancestors that we have, and remember that no matter what, we can do this. We will get through this, and we will continue helping this world to heal and move forward. I'm right here with you. I'm sending you so much love, and I just wish I could give you a giant cuddle right now. One that goes for far too long, and you think, okay, is she ever going to let me go? And I say, no. All right, Boos. I'll talk to you tomorrow, and no matter what tomorrow brings, we continue to turn up and shine our light bright and all the things. And I love you. That's it. Okay, bye.